Hi everyone, this is Matt Plotiker, the Senior Game Designer here at Selleration, and in this video we're going to go through the process of getting into a conversation, understanding the controls, and navigating through the dialogue options. To begin with, here we are on the map page. Each of these dots here, which we'll call conversation hubs, is a collection of conversations that deal with the listed category underneath. This one will have conversations that focus on discovery, while this one will talk about presenting, and so on. So I'll click on one of these hubs, and you can see that as I roll over the smaller dots, I see the names of the actual conversations. Also, note the color here. If there is a color, it means that I've gone through this before, and the color indicates how well I've done. If there is no color, then it means that I haven't played through it yet. I'll click on this one. Now I get a pop-up window that will give me a rundown of what the conversation is about, what my objectives are, as well as any relevant learning materials that I may want to reference. To get started, I just need to click on the play button. Now my conversation is loading. Depending on your network connection and the age of your device, the loading times may vary, but should not take longer than 30 seconds.
When you get a slot on...
Once loaded, the virtual coach gives me a quick overview of what is about to take place and my objectives. When the coach is done, you'll see a menu like this, although your menu may have a couple of different options. The account planning section holds a lot of useful information and is deep enough that we'll cover it in a separate video. I can replay the coach's overview if I miss something or just want to hear his melodious tones again, and when I'm ready, I can start the conversation.
Good morning. I'm Gerald Forsyth, Head of Systems.
Okay, now I'm in the 3D virtual simulation, and it's up to me on how this conversation is going to go. You'll see that down at the bottom here are my choices for my response. It's important to note that the choices are not word for word for what your character will be saying, but instead, they represent the different approaches that you can take, such as being casual, being formal, or being conversational. The number of options you'll have can range from 2 to 6, and each one can lead the conversation in a different direction. Clicking on this button here will bring up the Notes menu, which contains key facts that may be important to the conversation. I can refer to these at any time, and can do so as much as I want. To put the notes away, I just click on the button again. You can also change the visual quality of the conversation. Just click on this button with the gear icon, and you'll see your options. Switching to a low quality setting can help a lot if you are experiencing some delays or choppiness, especially if you are using an older device. In addition to the audio, there is also a transcript. There is no time limit to pick an option, and if you leave the conversation, when you return, you'll pick up right where you left off. When you reach the end of a conversation, the virtual coach will reappear with some comments on what happened and how I did. After he is done, I can either listen to the review again or move on to the recap screen. The recap screen has a lot of information in it, and as such will be given its own video. Thank you for watching, and please reach out with any feedback or suggestions you may have.